possible. No medication, no surgery, just good, sound sleep. Mend your sleep so you can stop counting sheep. Experience restorative sleep at AccuSleep, the acupuncture sleep clinic in Ocala by calling 352-615-5566.
You're getting ready to move and you work hard. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. You need pros. Trained professional moving experts to do the heavy lifting for you. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. They care about your things as much as you do, and they do it fast and right. That's why you call Two Men in a Truck, 352-289-0666. Visit twomeninatruck.com and get moving. Two Men in a Truck.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named, the man, the myth, the only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz on a Friday morning. You know, something that's not talked about during this pandemic is you always talk about health care, but nobody talks about dental health care. And oral health, as research has shown, oral health plays a role in the outcome of people on ventilators, particularly important as the number of coronavirus cases rise. But not only that, Black, brown, and Native people in the U.S. experience significant disparities in access to healthcare and healthcare outcomes, including oral health. Joining us on the phone lines now is Dr. Jeremy Horst. He's the Director of Clinical Innovation for DentaQuest. And we're going to talk about the disparity in oral health and how we could maybe come up with some ways to fix that. Doctor, good morning to you.
Good morning, Orlando. How you doing today?
Actually, it's Ocala, Florida. It's about an hour north of Orlando, but close enough. Close enough.
Right. I apologize.
Well, you know, we get confused all the time with Orlando, Doctor. You're not the first, nor will you be the last. Hey, let's talk a minute. I grew up in the 70s with a mother who was a single mother. We didn't have a whole lot of money. We didn't have a whole lot of money, and we were on Medicaid. And we had, I remember, actually, we would set dental appointments and we would go to the dentist and everything was fine. But now, in 2020, I've talked to people preparing for this interview. I've talked to people who said, you know, it's not part of Medicaid anymore, the dental program and everything. You just can't go make a dental appointment and use Medicaid. When did that change, and why did it change? Because that seems to really go after low-income people and their teeth.
Yeah, you got it. You really understand the problem. I'm not exactly sure when that happened in Florida, but it keeps coming and going throughout all the states. I will say the Affordable Care Act made dental coverage mandated for any child on Medicaid, but it didn't say anything about adults. So as you know, as you just said, in Florida, you guys only have emergency dental services. Which means it's really bad to get to an emergency. Which means no preventive service.
Right, but emergency usually means just yanking it out and moving on.
That's right, or just ending up in the emergency department, getting some antibiotics, and not actually having the problem solved. You know,
nothing worse than a toothache either. Nothing worse than a toothache. Why is it that Americans living in poverty? Why is it that it seems that their dental health is not as important as someone who can afford private insurance?
Yeah, absolutely. It's connected to the overall way that we supply healthcare in this country. There's a lot of issues to uncover there, but in general, oral health is not seen as connected to the overall health. It's like they took the mouth out of the body and put it on the table and said, we don't need to deal with that. But it's all connected. You know, the same folks that have diabetes and obesity and heart disease, those same folks have problems with their gums, periodontal disease, and problems with their teeth, cavities, and they need, about the same care. A lot of preventive nutrition improvement and chronic care over time. You need preventive services to manage these diseases so that folks can be happy, healthy, and thrive.
people don't realize that you can get an infection in your oral area and your mouth and all, and if it's not taken care of properly, that infection can cause death sometimes. I don't understand why people think that an infection in the mouth isn't as important as an infection everywhere else. Is it just they just ignore the mouth, like you said? Now, I see here that nearly 4 in 10 Black and Latino adults that reside in 14 states where Medicaid's adult benefits covered no services or emergency care only, Florida being one of them. Is that because mostly everybody that is on Medicaid or lower income, and a lot of that is people of color?
I mean, that's a fact. It's people of color are more likely to be covered by Medicaid, and if you don't have dental benefits, then you're much more likely to end up with emergency services, because a small cavity, can fester and become a big problem. And so it ends up being much more expensive to take care of these problems when you're in the emergency department than it does if you just have basic preventive services. So it actually save the state a heck of a lot of money just to provide basic preventive services. But when they're looking short term, at their budget, dental is one of the first things to get chopped. And so, go.
How can we talk to our representatives or our representatives in state government? How can we start getting them to reverse the trend?
Well, the first thing to do is just give them a call. Call their offices, send them an email. Some of them even have text set up, and ask them for adult Medicaid and Medicare dental coverage. It should be basic. Everyone agreed that kids should have it. Why shouldn't grown folks have it too?
Are there some innovative payment models though that may help the situation as well?
Yeah, so we at DentaQuest Partnership are really building a foundation, a framework for folks to have a value-based care system. And what that really means is that you get paid, the dentists and the dental companies would get paid based on keeping people healthy instead of counting the number of teeth that get drilled. And so we've created a lot of resources for states to look at, to build that. And what we're seeing is that in the future, in the next couple of years, a lot of states are going to roll that out. So if that makes sense to you, for people to get paid more to keep you healthy than to do a bunch of work on you, again, call your state legislatures and ask them to get caught up, to get modern, to help you out.
We've talked about how they seem to take the mouth out of the equation for health purposes. Is there a direct link between good oral health and overall physical health?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, the same folks get the same diseases. It's these chronic nutrition-based diseases of obesity and diabetes, like we said, and cavities. But unfortunately, there seems to be a really direct connection between oral health and mental health. If your mouth is healthy, your teeth are good, you can smile and thrive in the world. But if they're not, if you're missing some front teeth in your smile line, if you have chronic pain from your teeth, it affects your sense of self-worth. It affects your ability to navigate in the workforce and in school. Cavity problems are the leading cause of kids being out of school, and we know it makes an impact on your ability to get and keep a job as well. And with the COVID raging like it is right now, and so many folks isolated at home, mental health is so important. And so that's, again, why we're trying to expand oral health care access to folks who are lower income, and in particular to folks of Black, Latinx, and Native backgrounds.
If we did preventive health dental care instead of reactive dental care, such as taking care of cavities and all, taking care of teeth before they, for lack of a better term, rot away, how much would that improve the overall health of us as a community?
That's a big question. I mean, these diseases, the main diseases of the mouth, cavities and gum disease, are totally preventable. They're absolutely preventable. And, if you create what we call a dental home, if you have a relationship with a dentist, dental clinic that you trust, which We're trying to build more dental clinics with providers that look like the patients, so we can build, that are from the same communities, so that we can build this trust. It does improve your overall self-care and your outcomes with the other diseases we talked about.
We're talking with Dr. Jeremy Horst. He's the Director of Clinical Innovation for DentaQuest. You always hear it takes a lot less muscle to smile than it does to frown, doctor. But sometimes it's hard to smile when you don't have good teeth in your mouth, and that can lead to depression and other mental health issues, like you said. It just seems to me it's a no-brainer that your face is one of the first things people see. It's how people make judgments about you, right or wrong. That's what they do. And your mouth and teeth are a very integral part of that. So it just seems like we need to do something about dental care. And you said one of the first things to do is pick up the phone and call your legislator.
It really makes a big difference. And also you can go on dentaquest.com. We have a bunch of resources there for you to inform your own self-care. DentaQuest is a national oral health company devoted to improving oral health care for all. We have resources for people, resources for dentists. Send your dentist that way so they can learn about the future of oral health care.
Once again, give us that website, doctor.
DentaQuest.com. DENTAQUEST.com.
Dr. Jeremy Horst, he is the Director of Clinical Innovation for DentaQuest. Thank you for taking some time out of your busy morning to talk with us today.
This is wonderful. I really appreciate the honor.
Thank you. Have a great morning. Have a great weekend. Dr. Jeremy Horst, he's the Director of Clinical Innovation for DentaQuest. And hey, dental issues are a real issue, whether you're a person of color or a person of Caucasian descent. Nobody wants a bad mouth. Nobody, you hear people talk about, he's got a bad grill. Look, I took medication in the 60s and 70s for my asthma and everything that my dentist has said was a leading cause of why some of my teeth are not in good shape. You don't know how important your teeth are till you start losing them. People in their 50s, 60s, and 70s know what I'm talking about. So you want to keep them clean. You want to keep them in good shape. They're the only ones you're going to get. You don't make new ones. After about 8 years old, you're not making new ones. We're going to take a time out. We'll be back to wrap up hour number 1 after this short break. 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source. Brick City Creative Group is your one-stop multimedia destination. With the experience our team has, not many can really tell a story like we do. Specializing in live broadcasting, promo reels, film, and social media. No matter the story, we've got you covered with some of the best professionals in the industry. Your story is our mission. Find us on the web at Brick City Creative Group.
Now you did it.
This holiday service announcement brought to you by Ocala Aviation and your friends here at this station.
Let me ask you a question. Are you a bad Santa? Do people cringe before they open your presents? Has re-gifting your gifts become a holiday tradition? Well, you're not alone. According to the internet, someone somewhere did a survey, and it turns out 6 out of 10 gift givers are labeled as bad Santas. If you or someone you love has been diagnosed as a bad Santa, don't despair. There is a cure. It's not a pill or an elixir. We couldn't bottle it even if we tried. So what is this miracle cure for bad Santas everywhere? You'll never guess. So I might as well tell you. It's a discovery flight from Ocala Aviation. Yes, I speak the truth. Once they take to the skies, I guarantee they won't be trying to re-gift this present. A discovery flight will have people singing your praises as the best Santa ever. Never again will you have to attach a gift receipt to your present. For more details about this amazing discovery flight, call Ocala Aviation now. We have operators standing by. 861-7484. 861-7484. And Merry Christmas.
Started in 1975. It's Yendel's Building Materials. Whether you're making repairs, adding a room, or building a house, Yendel's constantly delivers excellent service and top quality materials and many of the tools and hardware you need to get the job done. At Yendel's, they take pride in supplying their customers with new and innovative products. Yendel's experience in truss design, manufacturing, and component materials is second to none. 834 North Magnolia Avenue in Ocala, 732-3000. Stop by to experience the difference.
I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Christmas in 2020 sure looks different than it has in years past.
I'm Crystal, and it's fair to say this year has been like no other for the healthcare and the whole community.
We want to thank our frontline staff who continue to care for our residents every day.
And thanks to the family members who have been unable to visit for so long.
We wish each and every one of you a blessed holiday season. Merry Christmas from Palm Garden.
Oh, hey, Grandpa. Oh, hey, Grandpa. Hey, Grandpa.
Yes, buddy?
Can you take me fishing this weekend?
I'd love to.
Have you noticed a change in your hearing over the years? Missing the little things in life? Visit Beneficial Hearing in Ocala today. Their expert team of audiologists will make sure you never miss a moment. Call Beneficial Hearing today at 352-629-4418 or visit them online, beneficialhearing.com.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Why is there a helicopter in the yard?
Never mind that. We have bigger issues.
Really? Bigger than a helicopter?
Your parents are going to be here for the big dinner, and the garbage disposal is making some crazy noise, and it wasn't Christmas music.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before you tried shoving an entire sack of potatoes down the disposal.
It wasn't the entire sack, just most of it.
Now's not the time for more jokes, Mr. Funny Man.
Well, I did try to fix it, but...
Do you have to do this every holiday?
No, I did skip Easter.
What did we agree the rules are?
No more circus animals in the house.
No, not that one.
Oh, if water runs through it, call Mike Scott Plumbing.
Because they don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. So put down the blowtorch and pick up the phone.
Yes, dear. 866-314-4443.
And why is there a helicopter in the yard?
Oh, that? Black Friday sale.
Happy holidays from all of us here at Mike Scott Plumbing.
Now you did it. Are you completely insane? He's back. He, who must not be named, the man, the myth, the only guy in Ocala to eat his own weight in fried pickles. Twice. Now, you asked for it. Sorta. Live and in person. It's Tom Schmitz.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks on a Friday. Chilly start to the day. Was in the 40s this morning when I got up. Not as chilly as it has been this week, but it was, a little chilly start. Fog hung thick to the ground, so there was a fog advisory. It's only 50 degrees right now. Going to go up to 70, 71, 72 around there today. So just be prepared for that. Let's go out to the phone lines. Hi, caller. Who's this?
Yeah, good morning, Tom.
Morning, Hugh.
See, the Kiwanis pancake at the school is from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. And if you don't have a ticket, you just can pay right at the window when you pick up your pancakes.
Right. They are taking drive-through where you can pay for them as you pull up. You don't have to have a ticket if you don't need it. But I'm sure you're going to get in the line early, Hugh.
Yeah, we'll see what this is the first time I think they've ever done it this way, so it'll be kind of interesting. Usually when I go with the wife, but she's up north, and my stepson he moved down south Florida, and my mother-in-law is she's home in Orlando, so I'm all by myself. So I believe the price of the pancakes last year was $5, which was a tremendous deal, but it's a worthy cause. And when I go up there, I'm just going to give them a 20 to represent the people that I usually go with. They're not here, and it's for a good cause. They can keep the change,
100%, Hugh. And that's why this community is so great. People just like you that'll go up, and even if it is $5, they'll give $10 or $20 or something like that. They don't just pay just the $5 for the pancakes. We appreciate you doing that commitment to your community, Hugh.
Okay, well, it's a great deal. The pancakes are wonderful, and it's a wonderful cause, and I look forward to it every year. And I was just hoping that we could see the parade tonight, but I guess we're going to have to wait.
Yeah, we'll wait till next year. 2021, Hugh, the parade will be back. Sue Mosley and her committee will have the parade back better than ever in 2021.
Okay, Tom, have a good weekend. Thank you.
Thanks, Hugh. Hugh's good. That's good. Give $20 and just get your pancakes and give them more money than what it costs. That's a good plan. Good plan. Hey, the cooler temperatures. We were talking about how much cooler it is, and I know some of you welcome these cooler temperatures, but you know what else welcomes these cooler temperatures? Rodents, pests. Whether you like it or not, They come in the house because they're looking for warmth as well. Turner Pest Control can help you get smart about rodent control. Smart rodent control exclusively from Turner Guard customers. They're one of the few pest control providers that offer Antisemex Smart, an intelligent digital pest control system that prevents costly rodents infested in your home. It has a 24/7 monitoring with remote wireless communication that alerts our rodent control experts to activity so that the response can be quick, non-toxic, and environmentally friendly. Smart rodent control is available to residential customers as part of the all-in-one Turner Guard termite and pest control plan. So if you've noticed signs of rodent activity in and around your home, and I saw some field mice running out of the cow pastures towards my back patio yesterday. If you've noticed something like that, get a free inspection from Turner Pest Control and get smart about rodent control. Coming up in the next hour, I got some pretty good stories to talk to you about. We're going to tell you about vaccines and the plans to roll them out in Florida. We're going to tell you, remember the guy that got shot because he was mistaken identity? Well, the guy who actually was who she thought she was shooting, he's been arrested. And there's no bail set in a case of a fugitive that was arrested here in Marion County. All those stories, plus it's Dumb Crook Friday. You didn't think I'd forget about the dumb crooks in our area, did you? It's Dumb Crook Friday. All that still to come on a Friday edition of Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz. You're listening to it on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA. The Source.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
USA Radio News with Lance Pry.
1/3 of all American states and more than 100 House Republicans signed on to give their support to Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton's election challenge in the U.S. Supreme Court, Texas versus Pennsylvania. Members of Congress shared by untold millions of their constituents that the unconstitutional irregularities involved in the 2020 presidential election cast doubt upon its outcome and the integrity of the American system of elections. According to a study released Thursday by the Global Carbon Project, global carbon dioxide emissions fell by an estimated 7% in 2020. It's the largest fall in carbon emissions ever recorded and is largely a result of the coronavirus pandemic keeping people at home. Emissions dropped 12% in the United States, 11% in Europe. The actor that played Debo in the Friday movies franchise and former wrestler Tommy Tiny Lister has died at the age of 62. Lister was found unconscious in his home in Marina Del Rey, California on Thursday afternoon. USA Radio News.
Balance of Nature's fruits and vegetables in a capsule, changing the world one life at a time.
I had begun to notice after 10 days with Balance of Nature, I felt better, more energetic, and believe me, for me, that's something because I have energy anyway, but as old as I am, that was really something to start really noticing. You know, we're all responsible for choosing what our attitudes are, but I had a better mental outlook. I mean, I always try to be positive, but there were subtle things